Got it locked in.
We see it, figure four.
It's locked in. It's locked in. Knee is compromised. This is it.
If Remy can get that bridge in,
This is the moment.
Can get that bridge in and get that figure eight locked in, this
gotta
could
get
be
it
over.
He's got to get it in.
And Sledge fighting with everything that he has.
Oh, come on.
The aggressiveness from Remy still kicking at that knee.
And Sledge trying to turn it over. Sledge turning it over.
Oh.
It's reversed now.
Reversing
Remy
the
is
hold.
now. It's a reverse Indian deathlock right now.
It's the worst part about the submission is you put yourself at risk to get turned over.
And Remy
doesn't even know where he's at. Reach
Remy's
out.
flying. Remy's throwing it back over.
Remy reversing the reversal.
And Remy.
Double Uno card.
Oh, there it is.
And there's the bridge.
Figure eight. Can Sledge withstand the pain?
He's got him dead center of the ring.
No way.
We've got a new tag champion. We've got a new tag champion. We've got a new champion.
Unbelievable.
Remy D pulled off the victory that many called impossible
He did it.
here at Milestone 12 and has claimed his first championship in Rocky Mountain Pro.
Remy came in here with a purpose. From the second he walked through that curtain, he had something in mind. Aggression. Kill Bill came home. We have a new charge champion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now put that belt across that gorgeous waist and show it off to the RMP faithful.
He can't believe it. Yeah.
The RMP faithful on their feet. Your new charge champion. A historic night here at Milestone 12.
Incredible.
The Charge Championship was up for grabs here in this match. Remy D, the challenger, went one-on-one with the Charge champion, Sledge. Marky, what do you got on this one?
Oh my God, let me tell you what I got, okay? So what you got here is one of, if not the biggest crowd favorite in all of RMP, who's having one of the best years somebody could have from January until Milestone, going up against Sledge and everything that Sledge brings, the attitude, the fierceness, the competition level that you have to get to bring Sledge down is enormous. But if there's any hope in RMP to do that, that is Remy D at Milestone. And I'll tell you this, after the showing he had in Colorado Cup, he didn't even get to get in the cup because Sledge jumped him early. And don't think that he wasn't stewing and waiting on this opportunity, because we seen Remy come out in the Kill Bill outfit, right? The yellow with the katana and everything. That's a sword. If you didn't watch the Ninja Turtles back in the day, Leonardo had katanas, all right? And brings those out. And it was a real one. He dropped it on the floor and it was metal. Get out of this man's way. Remy D was in a different state of mind this evening. Was it because of what happened at the Colorado Cup? Could it have been because Sledge jumped him, or was it just the emotion of the evening? My guess is it was the amalgam of both. He took everything that he had going in and then how badly he got screwed over in the cup and came out and had zero forgiveness at all. He gets to the ring. Sledge goes to come out, make his entrance. Remy didn't wait for him. Remy jumped the gun this time. And the crowd went nuts. Absolutely nuts that Sledge got a little bit of the comeuppance that he absolutely deserved. And Remy's just taking the fight to him on the outside. Match doesn't get in the ring for a couple minutes. Sledge reverses the advantage on the outside, kind of gets him away, drops Remy on the apron, which as we know is the hardest part of the ring. drops him on the apron, then picks him up and suplexes him onto the apron. Like, now Sledge is turning up his fight level, because this is a different Remy. Like, we've seen Remy playing with the crowd, laughing, smiling. This is not that Remy D, not even just because of the title match effect. It was just so much more emotion that went into this. All the promos, the back and forth. So we see an extremely aggressive Remy D tonight. Remy turns up the fire on Sledge. After Sledge misses a corner knee, gets Remy in the corner, comes after him with a knee first, like a high knee. Remy gets out of the way. Sledge messes his knee up good and shows it, right? He goes down and he grabs it and he tells the ref, I hurt my knee, I hurt my knee. He probably should have been quiet about it, because he gave Remy that little notice to say, here, come destroy this. And Remy does a very good job at destroying that. Keeps attacking the knee, gives him the leg DDT, just one-legged, and brings it down. And you can see Sledge is in absolute agony. Rolls out to the outside, gets the ref's attention. Ref backs Remy D off for a second, but Remy's having none of it. We see the action keep going back and forth. Sledge hits a hot shot on the top rope to Remy. Kind of kills the advantage real quick. It was a massive cutoff. Like, it was the only thing that Sledge could do. And he did it just to get some space, get some breathing room. Big body slam, tries it. The knee gives out, can't get it going. But he does one thing that he can do that doesn't require your knee. He locks a bear hug on Remy, keeps a bear hug, keeps it going. Remy ends up getting out of it. They come down. And at this point, they are so exhausted. We're probably 5-10 minutes into the match here. And they have been doing nothing but throwing haymakers and just hurting each other. They are literally just brawling on their knees. That is the raw emotion that these two guys brought to this match. Sledge to keep the title. Remy to go after this guy that cost him a Colorado Cup opportunity. The guy that has the title and the guy that's been talking a lot of smack about Remy. So he brings all of that ferocity to the ring. We see Remy hit that rolling fireman's carry. He gets him up, does a beautiful cartwheel with it. Drive-by boot in the corner, pins him, gets a near fall. And we see Sledge recover a minute later, and he hits like a slingshot cutter off of the top rope, which was sick, like on one leg. So even Sledge now was going to the well as deep as he can go to make sure he could keep coming up with some big high-impact offense. But it just doesn't work in the end. Remy gets a figure four lock on him, and Sledge is struggling. He ends up rolling it over into the Indian deathlock, puts the pressure right back on Remy's leg, but Remy's too strong still. He's still got that strength, matching Sledge, which is not an easy thing to do, but he does it. Rolls it back over, bridges up into the figure eight, and Sledge is sitting there struggling to even breathe, let alone get out of it. And he really has no choice after 10, 30 seconds, somewhere in there, to finally tap out. And we see Remy D as the brand new charged champion, gets escorted out by the gladiators. Crowd is going absolutely banana sandwich that Remy D finally accomplished this goal and is all but at the top of the RMP tree. There is no other number that describes this match. This was a 5 lighthouse match, in the Masshole's opinion. I completely feel this was a 5 lighthouse match. I loved absolutely every bit of it. The beginning, the middle, the end, it was intense. There was nothing but anger and aggression. And then you see Remy D go to that move and get the win. Phenomenal. For me, 5 lighthouses.
Hold up. Triple I, go ahead.
Oh, I'm at a loss of words right now. Oh, my favorite D. Seriously, my favorite D here. Oh, Remy. But
I knew you were going to start like that. I just knew it. I knew it.
Of course. If I can't swear on the 300th episode of Charge, then I'm going to make up for it. I want to make up for it some way, somehow, in other fashion. And that's what I just did. So, anyways, with that being said, a bomb of a match. This was kick-ass. This was pissa. I will say this. Looks can be deceiving. You look at Remy and you think, oh, he's not going to be aggressive. He's not going to do much or whatever. Dude, do not get on his bad side. Do not get on his bad side. You saw at the beginning of the match didn't even begin. Didn't even begin in the ring. And Reg came out and he attacked. Remy came out and attacked Sledge right away to basically to make up for what happened earlier. This was a haymaker of a match. At one point, I thought Remy was done. Honestly, Sledge is very smart. Okay, the XP bar goes to Sledge by far, and he was targeting his back. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I don't care who you are, how powerful you are. You don't have your back. You got nothing. You can't continue, or you could barely continue, barely move on. Some way, somehow, Remy was able to power through that. He found it within himself to power through the back injury, and then found the smallest opening and went after Sledge's knee. And that was the beginning of the end. It took a while to get there, but it was the beginning of the end for Sledge. Eventually, we saw, as Marky said earlier, we saw that figure 4 applied by Remy and then turned into the figure 8. And the couple hundred people that were live in the crowd at Milestone, they were all banging on their seats, banging on the trash cans, begging for Sledge to tap. Doing this, you can hear it right now. Imagine 200 people doing that. I think that played a part into it, because eventually Sledge succumbed to the figure 8, and we see Remy D, your new charge champion. It was great. It was probably the second feel good moment of the night, in my opinion, outside of the Balaam beating Damon Ace, which we covered last week. So, me, obviously, we know I'm biased here. I love Remy D. So, to me, this is emotional for me as well, because seeing him win this match was unbelievable, and seeing it live too at the biggest pay-per-view of them all for the year was great. I gave it 5 lighthouses, nothing less. Just 5 lighthouses all the way. Great match. Love it. I can go on and on. I won't. Take it away, dudes.
Are you ready to begin your journey into the world of professional wrestling? Then look no further than the Al Snow Wrestling Academy Rocky Mountain in Inglewood, Colorado. Train with our tenured coaching staff in all aspects of pro wrestling. Take advantage of our mini seminars where you'll get a chance to learn from some of the greatest minds in wrestling, such as Impact Wrestling's Madison Rain, D'Lo Brown, and Josh Matthews. So what are you waiting for? Go to rmpwrestling.com/train to start your career in pro wrestling today.
If it started with an even playing field, you would say Remy would have had a tall task going against Sledge. The experience factor, the size factor, the strength, and the champion's advantage. Be a tall task. Then you add in the attack at the Colorado Cup by Sledge on Remy. So Remy comes into the match not near 100%, back not working. So Remy showed his XP bar go up when he went, I'm going to take one of those legs out of Sledge and make it so, Sledge isn't 100%. He jumps the match a little early, well deserved after what Sledge did.
Absolutely.
Eye for an eye, you reap what you sow. And then, like I said, he goes after the knee, and he gets Sledge to the point where there was a point in that match where I thought Sledge was just gonna say, I can't continue. Or the ref was going to say Sledge can't continue. That's how bad the knee was working on Sledge in that match. But you got to remember, Remy's back was still not there, and Sledge was working on that as well. So they were both trying to just chop each other down and make each other less than their normal. And Remy just showed all the resiliency. Like, Remy hitting that Death Valley driver in the middle of the match with his back that way, with the size that he didn't hit that Death Valley driver on Briscoe Crown. He hit it on Sledge. A guy probably close to 100 pounds more than Remy weighs. Like, that's a big dude. But he was resilient. He was smart. Not only does he go after that knee, which keeps Sledge from being able to do a lot of his offense, it also sets up for the figure 4, figure 8 that we've seen Remy use to finish off a lot of matches. So, Remy gets that figure 4 in. You see Remy's in pain putting it on. Sledge is in agony in the figure 4, but Sledge shows his resiliency and rolls it over into that Indian Deathlock that we saw. And I'm thinking, okay, either somehow this is going to get broken up or one of them is going to tap. Remy, I really thought Remy was going to do his best to kind of slide out of that, but he didn't. In his mind, it was better to take the pain and try to roll it back over than to slide out and start over. And he took the pain, he took what it was, and he rolled it back over. He bridged it out, and Sledge. I'm going to give Sledge credit. I know he jumped early in the Colorado Cup, but Sledge was in a ton of pain for a long period of time in that figure 4 and then figure 8. He eventually had to tap, and there's a new charge champion, and Remy D. Right. Nobody deserves it more than Remy D. Nobody's worked harder to come back from what he's come back from, and take the hearts of RMP with him. Like how there hasn't been as many people that have come up and that have had the support that he's had in this short amount of time that he's been doing this. But phenomenal match. It's nothing less than 5 Lighthouse.
Well, Coastal, looks like you're just going to have to wrap it up.
Yeah, everybody touched on the match so well. I don't have much more to say about the match itself, but this was Remy D showing why Remy is what you want out of any professional wrestler. Just the heart, the desire, the storytelling. This match had it all. You were invested from the bell, and even before the bell, because Remy, do unto others as they do unto you, and he did onto Sledge. This was the epitome of Remy fighting tooth and nail for everything. As Remy said, if he was going to go down out there to Sledge, he was going to go down kicking, screaming, and fighting, and he sure as hell did. The mentality from the entrance all the way straight through the match was incredible. Just the near falls, the psychology from both guys for Sledge to work on the back. And once Remy saw that knee go out, he changed his entire game plan. I don't know if Remy had intended to finish the match with a figure 8, but that was the option that came there with the way his back was. And honestly, it was probably the best option with the way that Sledge's knee was. What a great accomplishment for Remy. Very proud of that guy. This isn't the first title, or this isn't the last title he's going to win either.
No.
Good luck with someone taking it off of him. That is going to be a task unto itself. I agree with the fellas. This was a 5 Lighthouse match.
All of them, baby.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we officially have more 5 Lighthouse matches than last year's Milestone. Congratulations to Remy D and Sledge for a 5 Lighthouse performance at Milestone 12.